just saying that most toy soldier companies considered the packaging solely as a utilitarian object to protect and hold the contents. Some companies developed generic company identification artwork labels that can be slapped onto every generic box. However, a few companies went above and beyond with unique artwork and or packaging to attract the customer or make a nice display presentation. With the introduction of single-colored plastic toy soldiers, the companies tended to make the lavish full-color box art to stimulate customers' imaginations and to hide the relatively bland single-color plastic contents within. So, however, this is my iconic cover art and packaging. Now, iconic packaging or cover art, that's very much a nostalgic generational thing. It's something that has instant recognition if you're of that generation. Mark's play sets. Kids today, a Mark's play set, they wouldn't know what the heck that was. There's your generic, instantly identifiable Britain's box. Your identifiable Airfix. This whole series, Warriors of the World from Mark's, was a great presentation. Individual soldier in the box, a card, and telling the history of the guy on the back. These guys went into several series. They were at the time when the generic Green Army man was out, so it was something to have something pre-colored like this in plastic. Unfortunately, it was hard plastic, so trying to find intact soldiers these days is pretty difficult. All right, the absolute granddaddy of toy soldiers, I guess, is the Airfix 1-inch soldiers. This was their first product. What was marvelous about it, it described absolutely everything that was on the box. There's first generation of infantry combat group. Then they went from the box that identified everything that was in it to a beautiful artwork and left it kind of up to your imagination, the rest of it. Same thing, German infantry, first generation. Then they improved on it. Once again, Eric showed pictures of the Matchbox boxes. They were the competition at the time to Airfix. Still instantly identifiable if you were brought up in that generation. Kids today, it's not anything special at all. Atlantic was another whole series, of course. Custom artwork for every box. Atlantic went way out on all sorts of different packaging scales, some of them just spectacularly beautiful. Roco mini tanks, once again, the orange identifiable, unique, still being produced today, I think. No, they're not. No, they're not. And yeah, this was one of their unique, they did very few in 1/35th scale. I've also got that set in their little 1-inch scale also. So Roco mini tanks, they were just a generational thing. That's their Roco helicopters. The Renwall series, Renwall, Lindbergh, all of that, their box art, instantly identifiable if you came from that generation. If you didn't come from that generation, doesn't mean anything to you. The whole thing, comic book flats. They put zero money into packaging and put everything into promotion and publicity. So they made these beautiful pieces of artwork, but when you actually got them, the packaging was absolutely nothing. That's the ad for the Revolutionary War flats. That's what they actually looked like in their unpainted state. And then Eric had had samples there of some of the painted ones. Interestingly, the Revolutionary War ones changed over the years from the flats that Eric painted to these are the three-dimensional ones. Unique. These are companies that went above and beyond for packaging. Here we're looking at a 1797 set of toy soldiers in figure blocks. The packaging, a wooden box, yeah, that's obviously unique. Not something you see ever, except in a museum. I stole this one from James Opie's presentation. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Never heard of the company, Superior.
It's a branch of BMC.
Ah, is that it? Yeah.
Yeah, this is how they package some of them. They're based on postcard illustrations, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful box art. Yeah, I stole that from James. Elite Command. These guys put out about 4 different of these sets. That's like a 8.5 by 11 or A4 format. That's what you see. You open it up. On the left, it tells about the battle and the soldiers, and on the right, there's the soldiers in there. Once again, really crappy soldiers, really unique packaging. Really unique packaging. Yeah, these guys. Yeah. This is the only set I've got of the Mignons. Kind of a nondescript box, and they use the generic label for all sorts of their stuff. But what of course makes it is the box. The front folds down, and there's the presentation. So clearly above and beyond for packaging. I stole this one from James also. Same sort of concept from Wendell Toys. That the box becomes a presentation.
There is a farmyard version of that, which has got a barn and a tractor. So they're printed as a long piece of card folded to actually line the box.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Giles Brown of Dorset, actually. He lived down that way where the factory used to be. And he had a whole box of them. I think I bought the last one the Mercantil had for about a tenner.
Oh, wow.
But the printing's beautiful. It's at that kind of London Transport Post to colour separation.
Yeah.
But
yeah, just the whole idea of the fold down front. And I showed this last time also. I picked this up at the East Coaster show in the United States. Beautiful, beautiful wood box and flats. Made in Russia. Absolutely spectacular. Mans Marzano out of Argentina. Custom box, wicker, beautiful label and everything, only made for this one set. There's the set of the soldiers inside. As much, probably more effort in the packaging than in the actual products. These guys out of Canada here, little wooden boxes with the toy soldiers inside, with generic labels and stuff.
Different
Bob
size
Horney,
boxes too.
What's that?
A variety of different sizes that they did as well.
Yes, various different sizes. Yeah. Bob Horning of the United States, he casts his own figures and everything. Very big on presentation. That's his cover box art, but there's the whole thing presented. Does just once again a nice the presentation artwork. The box is not just designed to protect the soldiers. It's these it's like a fabric covered box. From what I know, they only produced 3 sets, but the box hinges up and the soldiers are well protected inside. But the box, it's not cardboard even. It's I don't understand why they made such a absolutely gorgeous box, but they did. Barzo play sets, they broke the mold. for when the ugly plastic, one colored plastic soldiers came out. They had the nerve to actually post photographs of their actual products as opposed to the imagination of what they could look like. So I give them credit as going above and beyond for actually showing their product on the box. I stole this one from James also. Once again, when you have one colored figures, it takes a bit of it takes a bit of bravado to actually show people what's in the box as opposed to a fanciful full color illustration. So I consider them to go above and beyond. These guys, they go First Legion, they go above and beyond with their artwork, but the boxes are still generic. You don't know what's inside. That's Napoleonic figure 0201. But there's probably 50 of them still with that same box. Britons, it occasionally had flashes of inspiration. This was one of their flashes of inspiration. That's the box. You open the box up, and there's the figures in it. Just once again, a nice presentation. Yeah. I showed this last month, and actually Jeff went out and he actually got one. You actually got one online, didn't you, Jeff?
I did. I brought it to our show and tell in-person meeting.
Yeah. We talked about this. It was a marketing failure, but the presentation is absolutely outstanding. The little book, page by page, and then the soldiers in it. You know, A for presentation and packaging. You know, once again, pretty crappy soldiers, but this one really impressed me. You fellas from England, do you recognize this one?
I have one sitting 2 yards from me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is the only one I've ever seen over here. Crescent Toys. You know, and you get the little paper inserts in with it, and it makes a little castle. Pretty ingenious packaging. Like, these things cost a lot to print, to design and print, and that's a lot of investment of money.
That's actually the less elaborate of the two. They did an earlier version which actually has knights and figures on both sides, so you see the inside of the courtyard. No. I've got a pristine version that's never been used. It came out of the marketing director's collection. It's still got the little holes you see there for elastic bands to hold the figures on. His haven't been punched out. But the earlier ones actually had, you turned over the box and there was a written description describing the age. And you're looking through the arch of the castle, and there's a figure in shadow, and then you look on the other side and he's in full color because obviously it's at the other end of the tunnel. Now, really beautiful artwork, but the companion piece was actually a Wild West town with the same level of detailing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, you know, they're really worth. Amusingly, they used it for packaging everything. So you get knights in this as you'd expect, and also GIs in Vietnam costume.
Yeah.
So it was just like, it's a fort. They'll be happy, whatever happens.
Yeah. These guys, there's 3 little packages, and in each package you get a little battle set. You get a vehicle with some figures and a little flat battle map and everything. Once again, outstanding packaging. Really crappy contents, but really great packaging. I included one of these, just the whole concept of these tins for cookies and candies and whatever. That was a marvelous packaging effort, and I mean, so many people collect the tins, the military type topics and everything. Yeah. I like Eric, I give the New Britons packaging absolute full credit, full marks. They've gone above and beyond to turn their generic boxes into little works of art. Okay, and that's my first part.